What is up, everyone out there watching on the internets? Yeah. So, it's time for another random card of the day. Why all of a sudden is it time for another random card of the day? Well, because I got a new shirt I need to show off. Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's Chewy. He's a party animal. I'm a party animal. Whatever. Alright, well, fun part's over. I guess now we'll, get to the work. So, let's go to Gatherer and see what today's random card of the day is. So here we go, Gatherer. Scroll down, random card, view card. Today's random card of the day is Virulent Swipe. Okay. So Virulent Swipe is an instant from Rise of the Eldrazi. It's an uncommon. It costs a single black mana, and it says target creature gets +2/+0 and gains Death Touch until end of turn, and it has Rebound. Rebound was... Rebound was a mechanic from Rise of the Eldrazi that says, if you cast the spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card without paying its mana cost. So Rebound, you get the effect again, second time. Pretty awesome. So it turns out Rebound is really cool. I've been sitting here reading the ruling, and the fact that it says, if you cast the spell from your hand, is a big deal. Let's say you put Virulent Swipe on an Isochron Scepter, thinking, haha, I'll scepter it out once and get a free copy. No, didn't cast it from your hand. So let's say you give it Flashback with a Snapcaster Mage because you're a horrible person. Well, you won't get a rebound from that either because you didn't cast it from your hand. Or you cast it from your opponent's hand because you've got Send Triplets. No, that also doesn't work. It's weird though. But then it doesn't matter how you cast it from your hand. So if you've got Fist of the Suns out and you pay WUBRG for it for some dumb reason, it'll rebound because you still cast it from your hand. And if you have a Maelstrom Archangel and you punch your opponent with it, I used to have a 5-color Progenitus deck that did all these things. That's what this is. But if you've got a Maelstrom Archangel out and you punch someone and you cast a spell from your hand and you cast Virulent Swipe, well, you'll get the rebound. Although you already hit them. So maybe that's not the wisest use of your time. Look, there's my mouse. Mouse. I don't know what to say about the art, man. So Rise of the Eldrazi had Eldrazi, and not only did it have the big three and the slightly less big however many, it also had lots of Eldrazi spawn. Eldrazi spawn. And they're weird looking little dudes. And as you can probably tell from the art that I have up over here or over there, depending on how I felt by the time I recorded it, this is a thing. Looks like the Eldrazi managed to grow a nice, horrible, ick-covered claw and is... well, swiping. It's an action shot. Hey, action shot! Virulent Swipe. You know I'm gonna say it, right? Swipe or no swiping.
Oh, man!
Anyway, so the art is exactly what it should be. It's an action shot, and it's appropriate to the theme of the set. And whatever, moving on. Who likes this? First and foremost that comes to mind is Spike. Spike got a whole lot of use out of this. Spike might still get use out of this. I don't know if any modern decks are running this. There's one style of deck that really loves Virulent Swipe. The very next set to come out after Rise of the Eldrazi back in 2010 was Magic 2011. No, wait, that's not right. Hang on. After that was Scars of Mirrodin, and guess what came with Scars of Mirrodin? It was Infect. And Infect said, you have this other life total that's 10, that's poison. Not 20, 10. And if that goes all the way, well, your life is... okay, just scratch all that. It said that if you get 10 poison counters, you lose. Actually, Infect didn't say that. That's one of the rules. If you get 10 poison counters, you lose. I used to have a poison deck back in the day. Way, like years and years and years before Scars of Mirrodin. It was pretty funny. I took it apart, though, because it was wrong. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, Spike. Spike loves this, just loves it, because for 1 mana, you got 2 more poison counters on a player from an infect creature, and you got it again next turn. Pretty insane, actually, if you think about it. As for Spike's buddies, Timmy and Johnny, I don't know. I mean, a sudden +2/+0 in Death Touch is an awesome combat trick. You know, kills a blocker, hits harder. But it's so basic in its use that I don't see it really appealing to either one of those. So let's see. Of course, Aggro thinks this is just the bee's knees, because for 1 mana, it's 4 extra damage, and that's better than Lightning Bolt. And Lightning Bolt is the best thing ever. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Combo could care less. I get a feeling Control hates this card, because if they don't keep the board clear or counter it the first time, they're going to have to deal with it again, and that is awful. Just terrible. Just the worst. By the same token, I think Limited loves this card. I know I loved this card in Rise of the Eldrazi Limited, what little bit of it I played, and it was super sweet, because again, instant speed, Death Touch is just great. I seem to remember using it on something that had trample once. That messed up my opponent, because instead of taking no trample damage, he ended up taking like 4 trample damage. I might be making that up. I don't remember the numbers. Give me a break here. For Constructed, unless you're constructing the same deck that Spike and Aggro were playing, I don't really know. You know, I take it back. Johnny might like this because of Heroic. This targets something twice for 1 mana. That's great. So some manner of casual Heroic deck would probably get off on this. Yeah, that's awesome. Watch him pull a polymorphing rabbit out of his hat. Whoops, wrong hat. Let's see, who's left? Moto. This is another case of a card that is slightly better on Moto because you can't forget. Yeah, you can't draw your card and go, oh no, my rebound spell. Because then you've lost it forever. But on Moto, it's going to go, hey, want to cast this? So it's better on Magic Online, like lots of things that delay or require you to remember something. Magic Online will remember it for you. Who's left? Oh, Velma and Shaggy. No, Melvin and Vorthos. So let's see. This is another one of those middle-of-the-road things. Melvin likes it because it's useful, it costs the right amount. Might be a little cheap, actually, but it's functionally a perfectly fine card. And Vorthos likes it because the flavor that they built up around it is perfectly fine. You know, +2/+0 because of claws, Death Touch because of the ick on the claws. It's, yeah, makes perfect sense. So yeah, the people, or players, or horoscope signs, the ones that like Virulent Swipe really like it. And everyone else just doesn't really care, it seems. So does it seem darker in here to you? Weird. It's almost like time passed without you knowing it. Anyway, so this has been your random card of the day. Thank you all very much for watching, and go play some Magic. So you move the webcam, so now when I look right there, I'm reading the card. See right there? Card, you, card, you, card. That's me looking at me, being vain. So pretty.